Internet, hello and welcome to our GRLCS Season 14 stream of Diamond Capped Week 2. I'm AlexHNA22, and you can't see him on your screen because he doesn't have a webcam on his computer, but I'm joined by Sean General Vici Waltermeyer. You there?
Yep, and we are looking to get into the second week of Diamond Cap for GRLCS in order to finish up the second week overall of
Looking forward to it.
GRLCS.
We've got a couple games for you today. It will be between Imperial Knights White and Reformed XD, which is our first game of the day, and then followed by Diamond Win and Predictive Gaming Fusion. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this game. I'm gonna give you a timer. Are you on your screen, Sean?
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm there.
I'm at in-game time of 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We good?
Believe so.
Okay, cool. So, on the blue side, we have Imperial Knights White with Ninga Flinga on Irelia in the top lane, Ice Poseidon on Nidalee in the jungle, Parry Difference on Vygar mid, and in the bottom lane, Vital and Predabear on Kai'Sa and Rel.
Meanwhile, on the red team playing as Reformed XD, we have Denial Hurts as Camille in the top side, Noob Poner XD as Pantheon in the jungle, Noobs are FKU as Anivia in mid, with Dragonslayer 24 and Hokage playing Vayne Nautilus bot.
Yeah, and so things to note: this game is taking place on patch 11.4, so not the current live patch. So Rel has not yet been nerfed. I'm pretty sure that's basically, I think that's all of the changes that took place, at least with regards to champions in this game, right?
I believe so.
Okay, cool. So Rel is still
Kai'Sa
good.
got
I mean, Rel
or-
is still good on 11.5, in my opinion, but still has not been nerfed, so expect that champion to be a little bit stronger than you might expect from live. So let's take the nameplates off. Sean, who do you think is going to win, or who do you think won out in champion select here?
I don't think one team in particular has a better composition. If I had to give one, I would probably say red team with nameplates off, just because there's not a lot of targeted CC to lock down a Vayne. It's going to be really hard for any of them to approach through Anivia Nautilus as well. There's no good diver for it, and it's just hard to approach them. You do have Veigar Cage, which is also hard for the other team to get through, but not quite as hard because you can still go around it with Camille or have Pantheon come in on top. So I'd say there's more tools to play for red, whereas Imperial Knights have a lot more reliance on skirmishing and individual champ out plays.
Sure.
But this is all nameplates off, so we'll see what actually happens, as Flinga's getting a pretty decent lead in top lane.
Yeah, he did get a really good trade on level 1, just getting those Aurelia stacks up, and then going for an extended trade up against Denial Hurts.
Yeah, and it's one of those things you can do with Aurelia, just getting the minions low with 5 stacks up. There's almost no champion that can fight you early just because of how much extra damage she gets from her autos. And I'm liking, so that let him kind of build up a wave and crash it because you can't really contest. And I like seeing the Nidalee go into the top side jungle with that pressure top side. Good response as well from Noob, Honer. To get red, they're just forming split map with each side that has advantages. That's what it took, and that's going to turn into a lot of damage.
Ooh, yeah, really nice re-engage from Predabear there. He actually I think he did the right thing where he queued the Nautilus as he put the shield up. It looked like he did that.
I didn't quite see the timing of it, but for those less in the know, that is something you can do with Rel. There are a few spells in the game where if you use it on someone with a shield, it removes the shield and then does damage. So this is Blitzcrankle, Rel Q, Renekton, and Power W as this fight.
Yeah, that's a really nice little engage from Predabear. The Ignite goes down on both AD carries, and they're just forced to back away from one another for fear of getting soloed by the support. There's Event Horizon forced to flash out of Noob Poner XD as Ice Poseidon was chasing him down a little bit. into his own jungle. A little bit of a faster rotate from parry difference over the Anivia.
Yeah, good response from him to be able to come down, support his jungler in the fight they were going for. Not typically something Veigar can do, push early and get the roam advantage on most mid laners, but Anivia is even worse at doing that, so he was able to get the push, get down early, and this is definitely a dive setup.
Yeah, they're looking for the dive here. Ice Poseidon, oh, he gets condemned into the wall. Hokage gonna follow that up with the Dredge Line. Teleport coming in from Denial Hurts as well. No, yeah, it is Denial Hurts. First Blood actually goes over to Dragon Slayer 24, the Nidalee getting a little bit overconfident. Was in the middle of the towers, and team was still, or the bottom lane was still shoving that wave in. They were not able to come to her aid, and as a result, it's essentially a 2v1.
Yeah, that was a bit antsy on pulling the trigger, didn't wait for the minion wave. There was an unintended benefit for that though. Denial Hurts saw the dive coming, wanted to help support his team, so he TP'd down. What unfortunately happened for him though is now Aurelia has about 2 waves stacked in front of the tower, and she's just been able to freeze it while Denial Hurts was in the bot lane, able to get all the farm. You can see almost 20 CS up, and she has the wave frozen against her, so it is almost impossible for Camille to play lane at this point. Aurelia just wins almost every trade. So it was a bit of a timer to roam on.
This is a pretty heavy skill matchup in the top lane, if I understand correctly. I feel like both of these champions have a lot of outplay potential, but is there, and I don't know top lane matchups very well, is there like a champion that's strongly favored or softly favored in this matchup between Aurelia and Camille?
I would say Camille is softly favored in that she has a bit more ability to time when she takes bites and can kind of stay away from Aurelia when Aurelia has stacks up and pressure where she doesn't. True damage to go through Aurelia's physical damage reduction W. So I would say like slightly Camille favored, but like
when you're Aurelia's level
best.
6 and the Camille's level 4, it's probably not quite so much that way though.
Yeah, that is much less favored. One thing Camille is a bit better at though is Camille has frankly dumb gank setup. So with the Pantheon, they should be able to do something there if early gets too hypey and they see an opportunity. Probably don't want to do it with that big of a wave, but just as the opportunity, that is something Camille does a bit better than Aurelia, is sets up for ganks, allows the jungler to come in and help swing the matchup a bit more, as that's big spear damage. And
yeah, the Javelin came in, just chunks out Denial Hurts, but Ninga Flinga did just take a recall after shoving that wave in. No potential for a dive on that. This is very scary for Denial Hurts being that far behind in both EXP and gold. You see, like, in spite of the kill going the way of Reformed XD, they're actually down about 700 gold, and that's all in farm.
yeah, every single lane is behind for them. CS, even the support, the 3 CS diff, probably not as big as the impact as the rest, but it's a case where just every single lane is getting out-farmed by their opponent by 15 to 20 CS on the lower end,
Yeah,
30 in the top lane.
Vital needs to not get hit by now Hokage actually might be the focus. They're going to crash down onto him. Dredge Line is not going to connect again. A good stun coming out from Predator. Now Hokage getting focused down. The Condemn will push Vital away. Nice use of the hookshot to evade away from the stun from Aurelia, but not the best, still not the greatest situation for the Camille.
Yeah, it is one advantage of being the Camille when you're this far behind, is that even when the Aurelia wants to go for a fight, hookshot's pretty long range, about the screen, which is kind of long, so you're able to get out of it mostly. Does mean though that you're still zoned off farm and you have to wait for hookshot to if you want to approach the wave. And you see the wave once again pushing into the Aurelia, which I can only assume, and what would be the correct play is to freeze it once again. And I don't see Camille catching up in farm anytime soon, as her CS is about to get doubled.
Yeah, this is a really rough situation for Denial Hurts to be in. That the bad level 1 trade hurt, and then the teleport down bot where she basically got nothing is just super icing on the cake. Now the Condemn comes out, but he flashed for the stun anyway. But they're taking a lot of damage. Predator just gonna go die to the tower. Depth Charge is gonna come out as Dragon Slayer actually lives through it all, and the teleport coming in from Noobs is gonna come out, but they're not gonna be able to get anything. Parry difference doesn't land it. There's the Primordial Burst to take out Hokage, as Parry Difference now getting zoned away by Noobs. They're gonna try and catch onto Vital Heads. Here comes the Pantheon Ultimate. There it is! Vital goes down way too deep after picking up that kill. Had no way to get out. Ninga Flinga just continuing to try and deny on Denial Hurts. There's the stun coming out. The hookshot going to be trying to use. He flashes and ultimately doesn't connect either, and Denial Hurts is able to make it out alive.
That was a very necessary fight going in favor of Reformed XD. They were falling behind in every lane. Scaling isn't completely in their favor either. And that was just getting a bit antsy on a dive. You didn't necessarily.
Another stun going to connect the fully charged Conqueror, and the hookshot has been used. Ninga Flinga follows the flash with the Q, and Denial Hurts gets solo killed.
Yeah, you gotta be careful about walking up like that. He managed to get away from the flash ult, from the Aurelia. Thought that gave him a bit more safety without the ult, but didn't wait for the hookshot to come back up before he walked up. And when the Aurelia is this far ahead of you, if you walk up without hookshot, she just gets to do that and go in and kill you. And it did come up eventually, but so late that Aurelia was able to body block it, keep from getting the distance. And now that's a 60 CS gap top, and the canyon is just going to get bigger. Going back a bit to the bot lane though, bit over antsy dive does get them a couple very important kills. Vayne now 2-0. Kind of need her to be the carry at this point, and Abby is still scaling pretty hard, and Vayne does a surprising amount with little items.
They're really trying to deny this one because Parry Difference teleported up here. There's an Everfrost being used as well. The Event Horizon goes down. Flash Javelin. Ice Poseidon actually going very low to the tower, gets the heal onto himself. And they're going to have to back away here, but they do get a kill. Parry Difference with the teleport into the enemy jungle onto a Nidalee trap.
And that was a good response TP. The first couple Reformed XD did, they tried to help out their bot lane. That means you don't have it for the top play, so managed to turn it into a temporary 3v2, which with Aurelia as far ahead as she was, I think 2v2 is still in their favor, so 3v2 is just icing on the cake. Able to get a couple more, even out the kill count since they were behind in that earlier despite being ahead in gold, and now they have a big gold lead of 2,000.
Vital throws out those Prey Seeker. Void Seeker. Prey Seeker is a Rek'Sai ability. Pantheon looking for something in the mid lane. Parry Difference does have the Event Horizon. He's gonna throw it down and put him in the baby cage. The Javelin Toss is good! Nope, New Poner goes down!
That's a lot of damage. Just not respecting where Nidalee might be for that gank. Kind of just strolls up into lane. No fancy maneuvers, no getting around. He walks up, gets rooted by Everfrost right as the Javelin hits him as well. Vigor Nidalee damages quite a bit, even at this early stage in the game before a bunch of items are done. And that's going to be a ton of plates mid as well as the kill. They had the Herald to drop with the extra top pressure and just jungle pressure and gold lead. And so one plate left on mid. That's going to be easy to knock down. Big gold infusion for the Nidalee and the Veigar. And the gold lead just ballooned to 4,000 overall.
Yeah, this is not the best start, but lots of signs of life for the side of Reformed XD. Ninga Flinga goes in for a good trade and then gets out, and actually Noobs is about to get egged, but Parry Difference doesn't have the cooldowns. They're going to throw down the Glacial Storm and try and push him away.
Yeah, and it is good to be able to survive there, but they really do need something for Reformed XD to get back into it. You're 4K down, losing every lane. Bot lane is probably the easiest point of pressure. It's the most even of all the lanes with the two kills on the Vayne and only a bit behind in CS.
On the Hokage, they're going to throw down as much damage as they can. Depth charges onto Vital, and Dragon Slayer 24 is trying to follow him. Flash forward, but there's the Pantheon ultimate. They're going to root up Predabear. Do they have enough damage to get through it? There's a stun, and a Drench Line is going to connect. Predabear going very low. It will go down to the Javelin. There's a teleport coming in from both top laners. There we go. They're coming in. Parry Difference is just roaming down. Dragon Slayer going very low. Will go down. There's the ultimate coming out of Ninga Flinga. Takes out Denial. Hurts his new Poner. Is doing as much damage as he can. He is not able rather to take out anybody. Predabear did fall down in the fight, but a huge play by double teleport coming out.
Yeah, big response, and the one lane that was somewhat even just got them killed in a 4-for-1, I believe. They just weren't really coordinated on the fight they started. Nautilus walks up, gets taken to half HP before he manages to do anything. The main goes in like 5 seconds after the fight starts is when Pantheon finally arrives. Delayed TPs from Imperial Knights White, or Imperial White Knights. They weren't there right as the fight started, but they were there afterwards, after Reformed XD had already way overcommitted on the dive, trying to get something, and that just meant that they were way pushed up as the much more fed members appeared in their backline, able to pick up the extra kills, snowball this game even further.
Yeah, Ningaflinga's kind of a monster. Just saw him darting around in that fight, doing a ton of damage, and Denial Hurts really has just kind of been denied this game, hasn't really been able to have an impact because of how behind he is. Parry difference with a really nice roam as well. I said double teleport, he actually just walked down there.
Yeah, that's just how long the fight went, able to walk all the way down from mid, and just from here, it's just kind of waiting for things to fall over. All 3 towers are down 7,000 HP. For Reformed XD, that's going to be a big gold infusion for Imperial Knights as they finally just manage to push in. This might be a chance mid, that's a lot of damage.
Difference actually has to flash away from the wall, and now Ice Poseidon is here, however, he's going to turn around the damage. Oh wow, eggs in just in time for the Javelin Toss to come out, and they pick up Noobs as in the face of Noob Poner XD. Meanwhile, in the top lane, another solo kill as Denial Hurts just kind of gets chased down his own lane.
Yeah, Aurelia is a bit far ahead at this point. You've got almost 2 items against boots for Camille. That's a bit of a difference. They're able to chase him under tower, get the tower down. You can't really stay there as Camille when the tower's that low, because Aurelia can just dive you and chase you down, as we just saw. Meanwhile, mid, good response with Vanilli being there, despite parry difference staying a bit too long in Anivia. Got low, flashed out, and as they chase forward, Ice Poseidon shows up with the Javelin, and able to just pick up a quick and easy kill and get the mid tower and the top tower. Now bot tower is about to go down, and we saw Goldie go
real flash. He doesn't have Hex Flash. He flashed and didn't get a stun. New Poner XD really trying to force something in the bottom lane, and it just ends up being a waste of flash.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to get something. Bit unfortunate the flash didn't land, so it's... yeah, like, it's something you have to go for, like those low percentage plays. Try and get a lead back when you're almost 10k down at this point. And that's just one that didn't work out, so it's another nail in the very tightly shut coffin that Imperial Knights have made it this game so far. And it looks like they're trying to set up another play. Pantheon on the way.
Here we go. Death Charge is going to be thrown down, but Predator goes in with the combo. A teleport coming in from parry difference, and Hokage gets bursted down. 2 kills for the Vygar immediately as Noob Poner XD is just in the middle of it all and is going to go down for the 3rd kill. Ningaflinga is actually ignoring Denial Hurts in the top lane as he focuses down the tower. Denial Hurts actually just needs to leave at this point, but he's going to get stunned. Hookshot is good. It will be caught by the ultimate as Ningaflinga is just going to keep going. There's a nice dodge on the Hextech ultimatum, but it doesn't matter. This is just such a fed Irelia. Holy cow.
Yeah, 2 items to no items usually goes well for the 2 items. Chases him down under it. Bot lane, the play didn't work out either. Imperial Knights read it coming. They knew it was the only point and were able to respond very effectively with the TP coming in. Even in a pretty much 3v4, the gold lead means that it doesn't really matter. As
Dragon
it
Slayer
is
24 going for the chase, will get the shutdown onto Ningaflinga. A little bit overconfident, ignoring a little bit too much there on that tower, but they might get something with the cheese here. There's a Javelin Toss onto Noob Poner XD. Well, Hokage, he just face checks right into them, and that's going to be 1 auto attack will finish the job. Ice Poseidon gets the killing spree onto the support of Reformed XD. This is the first game we have seen from Imperial Knights White. They did have a bye in that week 1. So, quite the statement to make on your first game streamed on the GRLCS.
Yeah, a bit of a just player gap in pretty much every position that I can see, just not responding well. Individual outplays, the laning super far behind. They're gonna dive and get another kill under tower.
Killer Instinct picks up a kill onto Noobs. He's gonna be able to use the Gale Force to get out of there as well. His team just has so much pressure around the map. They pick up that tower, tower number 6 for them in this game.
Yep, and the steamroller just keeps steamrolling. Misses the dredge line, can't quite get it. Another fight started.
Rel is in there, a two-man stun comes out, depth charge onto Ice Poseidon. He does have tower aggro, he's just gonna get kept in the tower, flashes out, makes it out alive, doesn't even need to heal himself. And that's gonna be 2 more kills going the way of Imperial Knights White as they focus down the inhib tower in the mid lane.
Yeah, able to push in. There's not really much that you can do at this point from Reformed XD. You're 13.5k down. You have pretty much no strong members. Your best bet is going to be the Vayne, but at this point, I think QR from Veigar just one-shots anyone on the enemy team, unless it's Pantheon with his E up, but I would hope that you're not going to use it on that as the Veigar, and the rest of the members can't really match Aurelia in a side lane. Everyone is strong, and so at this point it's just kind of waiting for when Imperial Knights decide to end.
Yeah, Ningaflinga is 120 CS up and a little under 4 because Denial Hurts actually just now hit level 10. A little under 4 levels up over the Camille on the side of Reformed XD. This is just gonna be, if it even goes that long, it'll be an uphill battle for Reformed XD to come back in this game. And inhib down before 20 minutes, another one open in the top lane. Like, what do you even do? 3 levels down in the jungle as well?
Bait enemy team into fountain diving you about 4 times so you get the gold back to even off shutdowns is what you do. Just because looking at the gold gaps themselves, like top lane is 5,500, mid lane is 5,000, about 3,000 jungle. The only even point is the ADC for Dragon Slayer. He is pretty much the only member of Reformed XD who has basically any chance of any sort of fighting back and like doing damage to enemy members. I guess Anivia too, if you just kind of stand in her ult, but a lot of mobility for Imperial Knights, and they're just going to start up the Baron. They know exactly where Reformed XD is, which is cowering in their base as they must to avoid dying, and I very much anticipate they're going to end it on this push.
Yeah, the Baron is 100% uncontested. Meanwhile, Ningaflinga going for a big play. They stun each other up. The dredge line's going to come out. Ningaflinga gets the wall. He flashes forward. Noobs almost goes down, but they're able to just throw the icicle in his face. They will get a pick off there. Noobs now needs to recall. He's too low to really be of any help right now. They're going to try and focus down this this top lane inhibitor rather. Parry difference coming out. Here we go. The Pantheon ultimate comes down, but immediately gets stunned up and chained up. That's a lot of damage, and the CC coming out of Predator, but now he's really slow. The dead charge comes out on the parry difference, flashes away. There we go. Throws it on the event horizon. Nice dodge from Denial Hurts, but he just does no damage. It's a double kill for the Italy. Hokage goes in, and the Vayne is trying to do what damage. A lot of damage comes out. The Javelin does this. A triple kill. Parry difference goes down to the Ignite. A shutdown goes over to the Nautilus, which is not where you want it, and Dragon Slayer actually dies to the Nidalee damage! Quadra kill for the Nidalee! Are they gonna get the penta kill? And Bear's gonna try and suck in Noobs! He's gonna go into the egg! Ice Poseidon might get it! He gets the penta kill in Imperial Knights White's first game in the GRLCS!
That's a penta, that's pretty much a cap on this game, which was capped a long, long time ago. Just player difference across the board, able to outlane, able to just win fights. A couple of, I'll call it happy plays to put some IG to give a couple kills back, but in the end that's just false hope as Imperial Knights absolutely steamroll Reformed XD.
Wow, wow, wow. That was quite the game. It just felt like the rotations coming out from Imperial Knights White just a little bit faster than that of Reformed XD meant that those bot lane plays that could have gone well ended up not going the way that they wanted, and then top lane, Ningaflinga just kind of took over with an early lead off of a couple of misplays off of Denial Hurts, but that will be Imperial Knights White taking the victory over Reformed XD. We're going to take a short break before we get into the next game of the day, or the next and final game of the day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in just a little bit. Internet, hello and welcome back to the stream of GRLCS Season 14 Diamond Capped Week 2. We just saw Imperial Knights White with a very commanding victory over Reformed XD in our first game of the day. We have one more game for you today, which will be between Diamond Win and Predictive Gaming Fusion. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. Are you ready, Sean?
I am indeed ready. On the blue team, we have Little Boat in the top lane with the Gragas, No Sense in the jungle with Hecarim, Nagji Bulgogi as Yasuo mid with Katachi, and Chopstick Vic as Zaya Swain bot.
Yeah, and on the red side we have Predictive Gaming Fusion with Haruki in the top lane on Renekton, Jaw in the jungle on Kraves, Chapanya Fan in the mid lane on Nico, and in the bottom lane we've got Quick Slice and Shukron on Sivir and Thresh. So, Predictive Gaming Fusion coming off of a win in Week 1, Diamond Win coming off of a loss in Week 1. We'll see if Diamond Win are able to pull themselves back up. Of course, they are a team that is no stranger to GRLCS. They participated in actually the first ever split when we were still called the OKLCS, and they won that one out.
I didn't know that. I know that Katachi's been in a while. I didn't know about the rest of them. Well, not a while, but Katachi's been in there before.
Right,
so it's
yes.
always nice to see some returning names, especially ones you haven't seen for a while. Good to see the scene still alive.
Yeah, this is, of course, a very different Diamond Win from the team that won for the inaugural split of OKLCS, but Katachi has been the constant in the Diamond Win, full new in, whatever that team has gone through as far as name changes go. So again, let's talk about Champ Select. Nameplates off. Disregard all that stuff I just said about Diamond Win and their roster. Whose team comp would you rather be playing?
I think that I would rather be playing as Diamond Win team comp. Theirs is just easier to execute as we get a bit of early scuffling in the bot lane, but theirs is a bit easier to execute with full run at you comp of Gragas Yasuo combo, even though Gragas is typically mid, and then Hecarim just kind of all diving in for instant one shot on someone in the back line. There are some good tools though for Predictive Gaming to deal with that. Nico, very hard to dive into. You have Sivir to kite away and Spell Shield the Gragas. So they do have some decent tools to respond to the kind of easy dive of Diamond Win. It's just harder for them to engage on their own though, with pretty much only Thresh or a Sivir ult, or I guess a very good Nico flank to kind of force a fight. So they're a bit more on the reactive side, and it's a bit better for proactive teams because they dictate the pace of the game, but when you make mistakes with the proactive team, the reactive team can get some pretty big advantages on you. So a lot of it will come down, I think, to how well they execute each of their game plans.
I'd say I really like Sivir recently. I feel like a little bit late on that wind wall there. Still, he got rooted and then threw out the wind wall. I'm pretty sure that the Nico root is not something that is unstoppable by wind wall. So maybe I think that was probably the more important thing to use wind wall on. Haruki going for a nice trade onto Lil Boat there. Gets the slice and dice armor shred off. Jaw in the top lane. Meanwhile, did we touch on the fact that neither of these junglers have flash?
I don't believe we did.
Well,
Hecarim, of course, likes going Ghost just as a matter of course. He doesn't get the most mileage out of Flash, and his whole thing is run really fast into the enemy team. And Graves is also a jungler who skips Splash sometimes. You have your dash, so you're not completely vulnerable. I know there was a time when a lot of them were going Ignite to just be able to kill the enemy jungler.
That's a good route coming out onto Nagi Bulgogi, and here comes No Sense to try and equalize it. He's gonna get exhausted as soon as he comes in. Wow, okay, so nobody dies here. Exhaust traded for Ghost from the jungle, and now that's a good route onto Quick Slice. I was trying to say I really like Sivir recently. I feel like the champion offers a lot of utility and offers even more with the kind of new Sivir build coming out.
Yeah, I've always liked playing Sivir in a champ back when I was an AD player. It's just kind of fun, just melting waves, and then she has really, really smooth orb walking and the auto reset to just kind of make it fun. You have a lot of self-peel. And I can definitely see, like, once people figured out her build and they realized how she could do damage.
That's a good hook.
Why?
Onto Chopstick Chopstick Vic. Flash play onto 2. Shukran is going to get ignited. Chopstick Vic going very low. Summoner heal. Kitachi picks up first blood as he pulls the feathers back, but Quick Slice gets one back as he throws out the boomerang blade. Both supports having gone down. Kitachi with the first blood as well as higher health in the lane. You got Jaw coming down. Kitachi does not have either summoner, so now Jaw, is he going to be able to pick up this one and get the kill? At the very least, he's going to be able to equalize the wave. Quick Slice actually flashes, gets the Dark Harvest proc, he takes the tower shot, but I don't know about that flash, I have to say.
Infinite scaling stacks, gotta get him when you can.
That's true, that's true. Oh, here we go, he's gonna flash over the wind wall, good one, but he's taking tower aggro! Japanya fan overplays his hand, thought he did more damage than he does. He has the Doran's blade, so you're doing more damage with your auto attacks with the W than you are with the ultimate, and I think he overestimated his burst there.
Yeah, just not late enough in the game without enough items to be pulling off that kind of dive. Went for it, admire the attempt, but it is a very unfortunate one when you're already winning lane this hard into the Yasuo to give Yasuo way back in. There's the memes about the O10 Yasuo and able to finally start getting into the game, and they are somewhat true, so you don't want to be giving a point where he starts 10-0 instead, because enemy team's Yasuo is way, way scared to deal with than your team Yasuo.
Haruki actually fancies his chances here because there's no mana on Lil Boat. Throws down the Dominus, doing a lot of damage actually, but he's not going to overcommit here. Just getting Lil Boat out, Lil Boat holding on to his flash, gonna throw it on the control ward. He actually wants to stay because this is a fairly sizable wave, but Haruki just gonna flash in with the Ruthless Predator and stun him up and take him down. A solo kill in the top lane.
That is a great showing of one of the 7 deadly sins, which is greed. It's something that as a top laner, that's just you being put in a rough position. Yes, you missed out on the crash wave, but that's a very, very easy dive for Renekton, especially with a flash up. That's an obvious one to go for. Gragas just couldn't get the minions out of his eyes, ended up dying for it, giving up a kill and losing the wave. So that's a lesson to all you watchers. Don't greed for that kind of play because it's pretty much never worth. And yeah, just that's a big lead for Renekton to get because you do kind of want to be early snowballing with him. A lot better than in seasons past where Renekton was kind of memed as the lane bully who fell off hard, but now he scales decently. Still better early game than late game than a tank Gragas who is very, very good in late game. So good that he's starting to get the advantage.
Oh, actually, Jaw actually just took a recall, so Haruki is actually in the 1v1 situations. He's kind of okay with that. That sentence goes wide. A dragon has been picked up for the side of Diamond Win. Chopstick Vic actually going to take a fair bit of damage on the return from Quick Slice.
Yeah, that's really nice that they were able to get
Ice
that.
was used on the minion wave there, and Haruki going to take advantage of that, go in for the trade. Chopstick Vic just throwing out those never moves. Here's the ghost from No Sense. Quick Slice gonna throw it on his ultimate as well. And he's not gonna get rooted up. Nice Dark Passage gets him out of there. Shukran going for the hook. Oh, that's beautiful! Chopstick Vic gets taken out from the Dark Harvest from Quick Slice. Really nice play from the bottom lane of PGF. Now Japanya fan now getting aggressive by Nagi Bulgogi. A little bit of a trade, but not a hard commit just yet. Lil Boat just trying to pick up the minion wave as he's gonna get stunned up. Press the attack is gonna be popped there from Haruki.
Yeah, and that was just well played in the bot lane as a response to the gank. No Sense came in with the ghost. He was trying to run past the Saber because there is a knockback on the Hecarim empowered E. Wanted to get him close to the team, but a very good exhaust from the Thresh.
This is
as
like a
Gragas stays, he's gonna get dove again.
Yeah, Haruki has Dominus and Lobo is pretty low on mana. How much does he have? Does he have enough to ult at least? He does not. It's dangerous. Haruki going in. There it is. Dominus thrown down, and it's just a matter of course of that's gonna happen.
Kill me under tower once. Shame on you. Twice. Shame on me. Even though the first one was a shame on me as well. That's just something you gotta realize is gonna happen. Gotta give the wave. I know it sucks, But going back a bit to the bot lane gank, just well played. They managed to exhaust the Hecarim before he could get the knockback. Only got him a mini one into the wall, as that does cut the speed, which cuts Hecarim's damage and knockback, because I think the faster Hecarim's going, the farther the knockback is on his E. So if you can slow him down, it isn't near as much of a problem. Also managed to not let him get past anyway. And after that, just good death sentence and a lot of damage with the Sivir Q. Able to pick up a kill and starting to get a pretty nice gold lead for Predictive Gaming.
Nice root from Trapania fan, but loses out on the trade anyway. Nagi Bulgogi just getting in those auto attacks. No sense coming in, trying to steal away this one. It's going to be stolen! Yes, he gets it with the Onslaught of Shadows. He's going to go down for it, but he will get the Herald, and Haruki gonna get ignited. I don't think that ignite was necessary. He had no flash. There we go. A root coming out. Here comes the Pot Blossom. He's gonna stun him both up. Jaw getting around the wind wall, but he gets the ultimate off. He's just gonna get shotgunned in the face. Jaw gets a shield from the Dark Passage. Are they gonna be able to keep him alive? He's gonna get out of that barrel, and the Dark Passage and the distance flash forward. Bilbo will get the kill as he gets slowed by the box. Trapania fan is gonna be gifted over the kill, and the double post when getting so much healing. Little Boat is out of there. Shukran should have just taken the kill when he had the chance. The death sense and the flash for the root will get them the kill, but another flash burned. I don't know, is it worth it to trade the flash for a slightly more optimal kill allocation, or what?
I mean, it is nice to the Nico going, as, oh, that's a good
root coming out, quick slice forcing, having to flash away, doesn't get the flash. Oh, Chopstick Vic flashes under tower, he's gonna die again! What is he doing? No!
Yeah, that's, he saw the Renekton doing a top lane and said, I can dive towers too, but you're the support and can't.
Oh no.
Just not as much damage as he thought
Hitachi
he had.
just
Went
flashed
down.
past the tower, and now he's surrounded by Jaw and Shukran. He's gonna get flayed back in. Death Sense is gonna be an easy one, and Jaw will pick up the kill. The greed from this bottom lane on the side of Diamond Win is just too much right now.
They are spoon-feeding kills to the Sivir right now. I think almost everyone she's gotten has come just off of an overforce. It's what's so nice about playing Sivir is you are very, very safe in these kind of ganks. You have the move speed, you have the spell shield, hard for people to get on you, and still do a lot of damage early with the Boomerang Blade, with the Muramana done. And they'll just get a bunch, and they keep overdiving, overforcing, and now your Sivir, who has always been a late game hyper carry champ, is now 3-0-1, starting to get up in CS. You don't really have any tools to force on the Sivir under tower as long as she's paying attention.
Might be a kill mid. Played his hand there, though. Pop Blossom and the collateral damage coming out from Jaw. It's a pretty easy kill onto Nagi Bulgogi there.
Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of rambling about late game Sivir, and Nico just kept hitting Yasuo, and he didn't stop the trade. And so just managed to get a tower dive with Pop Blossom, get him down, as Gragas will go down here, and continue to be focused around bot lane. Now, Predictive Game are going to be able to get a dragon with all the bot pressure they have, and that's Cloud's pretty decent for their comp. None of their champions, all the champions can use it to a decent degree. Of course, not exactly the dragon you always want, but it does mean that it's not Cloud Soul, which is, I think, in most cases,
I have to say.
Yeah. I would say in some cases, Cloud Soul is actually really, really good, but it's the most situational of the three. I think
I think I agree with you that it is better in some situations than others, but I think even in the cases where your team comp can very well utilize Cloud Soul, you'd almost always rather have. That's a nice death sense from Shukran into this box. Nagi Bulgogi is just going to be surrounded. Jaw going to be giving the killing spree. But I think that even in the situations where the Cloud Soul is like better for your team than it would be otherwise. Wow, is this actually just he going to get dove here? Lil Boat.
Okay. Yeah. He can just do that now. Give too many kills to Renekton, he gets Gore Drinker while you're still half an item, and he just gets to dive you after chunking you down low with his no mana costs. And it's just suddenly 5k gold lead for Predictive Gaming. It was a bit even for a while, and then just too many messed up plays, too many free deaths going over.
No sense, you gotta know this is not your jungle anymore, bro. Shukram just picks up a kill for himself, hitting him with that chain. And No Sense just kind of getting bullied out of his own jungle by the roaming support as well as Jaw, who is quite a bit stronger than he is. Zetsun's going to be wind-walled up. Nagi Bulgogi, is he going to be caught here? The flay doesn't connect, and that means that they'll back away and just focus down the tower. It's going to be first, or a second tower rather, they're going their way.
Yeah. Oh,
he's gonna go in. He's looking for the knockup. Doesn't land it on. Oh, he does actually get a ultimate off from Lil Bo. There's the explosive cast. Chopstick pick just in the middle of him. You're a support Swain, bro. Alright, the chopstick pick will eventually just go down as Haruki gonna chase him down. Nagi Bulgogi dashing back towards his team with the minions. He doesn't have his ultimate available, so he will just throw out the knockup as a disengaged tool. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Katachi actually 2 levels down to Quick Slice, just now hitting that level 9. Quick Slice, though, out of mana. That tower is 1 auto from death.
And he'll be able to get it this next wave.
I don't think he has to. He could just walk up and hit it right here.
Yes, impatience. You gotta get it done fast so you can back for your items faster. But yeah, we're just seeing a bunch of free kills going over to predictive gaming. No real awareness, I guess, from Diamond to Win about where the enemy team might be. We've seen Shukran roaming a ton with this Thresh. Able to pick up a kill on Yasuo, helps his jungler invade the jungle for a kill onto No Sense. And it's just what you can do with the Sivir who's safe on her own, especially when she's as far ahead as she is. And just no respect from that fact that Diamond Wind is behind now, and they have to be aware of that the enemy is stronger than them at most points.
Man.
As
Haruki's getting in on the Lil Boat. He's 2 levels up on the Gragas, and he's just continuing to auto him to death. Here's Shukran to try and ruin his fun a little bit more, but he's not even going to go for it. They're just going to back away here, not overplay their hand. And I gotta say, this is one of those things where, I gotta say, I think Swain support is actually just kind of bad. I think that any success that Swain support has is just because the champion's just overblown as far as stats go. I think the damage is a little bit out of line. I don't think he offers enough utility in the form of just that E and the ability to pull people. And here we go, Nagi Bulgogi getting his knockup spell shield. Now Quick Slice is going to pull out the ultimate. The wind wall comes down. Shukran going to get rooted in places. The wind wall is good. The block goes down. There's the ultimate onto Quick Slice. Shutdown goes over. They're going to land a death sentence on the Chopstick Vic. Japanya fan has teleported in, and now they're just going to try and have to hold this tower as there are 4 members of Diamond Win in the mid lane. But you've got Haruki coming out. This is a very big crocodile. Chopstick Vic out of position again. He's too far forward, but they're going to be able to extract him as Haruki goes in, gets a... Whoa! That's a lot of damage. I lied. The pot blossom onto 3. Now No Sense is going to go in the middle of the team. Lobo gets exhausted. Japanya fan makes it out back towards his team. Haruki just jumps in. Double kill. Takes out Katachi. That's going to be another one for the crocodile. Triple kill goes down. Lobo flashes away from the roof from Japanya fan. 4 members dead on the side of Diamond Win.
that is a very big crocodile and a very big combo. It was a nice start to the fight, managing to get the shutdown on the very fed Sivir, managed to take her out with a good tornado that Quick Slice just couldn't react to in time, had flash, don't know if that spell shield, but either way got the death to it. Then they kept pushing forward though, and it's not just Sivir that's fed for Predictive Gaming. They have fed members all across the board, and with most of your tools gone, you didn't have the Yasuo ult, didn't have the Hecarim ult to keep going. Swain ult had run out, even though he doesn't do much, and I agree that I would say most of the time he's a suboptimal pick, but just ran out of tools, and when you're up against Shieldbow Graves, Scourge-Ranker Renekton, you have to be able to do enough damage, and as behind as they were, Diamond Wind just wasn't, and so ended up losing the fight on the back half, and now almost 10k gold behind.
Yeah, this, the crocodile damage is very scary. Even the little dandruff that the Dominus does, Haruki just kind of slowly shredding people just by standing next to them, not to mention, you know, auto-attacking, spinning around, getting the Gorge Rinker. And another dragon gonna go the way of Predictive Gaming Fusion. Quick slice with the finished Miramana as well.
Yep, got the items coming in. He's about to have his display done for the Sivir. Sterix also done for the Renekton. He is not going to die in any of these team fights. And it's a big weakness of Diamond Wind's comp at the moment that they have a bunch of people who want to go in, but you don't have enough damage to kill a Renekton. And a Renekton, as fed as he is something that you can't just ignore.
Wow,
as they're about to find out here.
Haruki goes in. Onslaught of Shadows in as a last resort, but he didn't have any follow-up and doesn't actually get very much done as a result. Haruki is just playing zone with his body. The Crocodile's so scary. They're gonna pick up the Rift Herald for themselves, as well as the kill onto the Hecarim. Haruki is just a monster here. Nagi Bulgogi might have gone a little bit deeper than he wanted to. There's a root on Chopstick Vic. He's going to have to throw the Zanyas after his ultimate. Nagi Bulgogi flashes over the side. The Pop Blossom is going to be good onto one, actually. Dodged away by the ultimate, and that's a good pull on the feathers from Gatachi. He picks out Shokran. Nagi Bulgogi on the backside, but here comes Haruki. He's going in. And now Nagi Bulgogi gets the shield bell proc. The Quick Slice is going to go down for a double kill. The Yasuo is popping up, but he gets shotgunned down by Jaw. Haruki was not able to close out the kill onto Katachi as he flashed away. Little boat now getting chased down again with no mana. Jaw just gonna follow him. Haruki coming in, gets a big chunk of damage onto Katachi. He still has the Dominus! Just gonna take him out, but he gets rooted up under tower. The Stairs Gauge is gonna be popped in no sense. I don't think can actually win this fight without the help of that tower. Haruki just asserting his dominance.
Yeah, asserting his dominance as he just kind of goes in. And not a lot you can do with your ult down Isaiah. The Renekton is that strong. On the whole, not the worst fight for Diamond Win. They managed to get a 3-for-3, get some shutdowns off. Good start, some nice mechanical plays, nice flash over the wall from Nagi Bulgogi with his combo. Able to get the ult off by time, despite no sense being caught at the beginning, so it was like pretty much man disadvantage even though Renekton didn't show up till later. And there you can kind of see what their out is. You've got to manage to catch someone out, like the Sever, like the Graves, I guess, since Nico has Zanyas. You don't want to be piling on top of her for a big Pop Blossom. But you got to get someone to pick off and blow up while the fight isn't truly started. You can't get into a brawl with them. And they do have some decent tools to do that with the Gragas Yasuo. Hecarim is good at starting fights, so I put it in kind of an optimistic spin on it. They're still 10k down, but at least they have a couple options as opposed to absolutely none.
Oh, he does secure the Skull Crab, and he's actually going to blow the ultimate just to try and run away. And he's actually going to turn around some damage, no sense, trying to get something, but his Devastating Charge did run out. I have to say, I think that you're right on a lot of points about Diamond Win's team comp, but I will say I think there's a lot of there's a little bit of dissonance in what their champions want to do. Yasuo, Hecarim, Gragas. Well, Gragas is pretty flexible, I have to say, but Yasuo, Hecarim are champions that really like to run forwards in teamfights, run towards the enemy. Xayah is a champion that kind of wants to kite away from them. Chopstick Vic has to flash away, and they're going to use the Explosive Cask as well to keep him alive.
Yeah, very good Explosive Cask. I think the thought process behind the Xayah is more, you have a bunch of people diving in, and that kind of leaves your ADC alone. Yeah, you need someone who can survive
kind of self-sufficiently. Nagi Bulgogi is going to get nice Everfrost into the root. There we go, throws down the Pop Blossom. Does he have enough damage to get through the Immortal Shield, though? It looks like the answer might not be so simple. Nagi Bulgogi does go down. Finally, Chapanya fan with the last second throwing out the E and then Zanyas.
That was a fun fight to watch. Yasuo almost able to put the number one, but very, very nicely played by Champagne fan. Almost went down to it. I thought the Yasuo would be able to do Yasuo things. That's a catch. He's gonna die here.
No sense, no sense. He's probably gonna have to ult out. He ulted way too late, dude. Just be a little less greedy with it. Now Chopstick Vic is out of position once again. He's gonna go down. Quick Slice is gonna get a nice big, comfortable Locket Shield just to pick off. Chopstick Vic is gonna go over to Jaw.
That's pretty rough to get those cut out. Now you have Baron on the table. They're going to be able to pick it up pretty easy. Soul Point also spawning, and what I think that Predictive Gaming can do here is just have a couple of people.
Actually. They only have 2 dragons.
Well, if they were to pick up the dragon. I was thinking in terms of, like, you send one person down to soul the dragon, you yourself the Soul Point. Everyone else can just be on Baron. Not like anyone can walk anywhere close to the Renekton from Diamond to win. So you kind of have free reign, but they kind of just bungled that whole thing up by leaving Nico soloing Dragon, 2 people going for full tank Gragas who cast them away, and they end up getting nothing from it.
Yeah, a little bit of a macro misplay on the side of Predictive Gaming Fusion. Thankfully for them, they are ahead a little over 10,000 gold right now. Japanya fan is going to get a good two-man root. Pop Blossom onto No Sense. Are they going to be able to take him out? He did already burn the Onslaught of Shadows, but here we go. Nagi Bulgogi is on the wrong side of this fight when stunned up by Ruthless Predator. Doesn't get a single knockup. Jaw now just soloing out Katachi in the middle of his team. He does actually get one back. Haruki now in the middle there. Nagi Bulgogi going to get rooted in place. Jaw with a huge Immortal Shield Bow proc is just going to steal his way to victory as Chopstick Vic goes down. A triple kill for the Sivir. 1 kill per 4 is something that Predictive Gaming Fusion will be very happy with.
Yep, and that was just a sloppy fight from Time to Win. They kind of just walked into No Vision Nico, got completely combo. Katachi blew his ult, dodging no damage, beating it down. They didn't have Greg Assault, they didn't have Heck Remel, they didn't have a Swain ult either, I think, so they just kind of all went in with no ults up against an enemy team who's already 10k up. Not a lot to do from there, they just all died. Salt point goes over along with all the kills, and gold lead now snowballed to 12,500 for Predictive Gaming.
Yeah, and look at, aside from all that, look at this 6-tower lead, 6 towers to 0 no less, on the side of Diamond Win. This is just, what, is this just a macro thing, or is it just individual outplays?
Lots of losing lanes, definitely top. Little Boat kind of threw his lead by staying under tower low too many times with no mana. Bot lane Sivir just able to get all her wave clear off. She got a lead from it. And once the Sivir gets a lead, you can expect never to have any wave pushed against her ever again. And she can get to your tower almost immediately.
Oh, here we go. They're going to pop on the hunt here. Haruki going to go in. He's just running into the middle of their team. Gore Drinker is going to be popped there. The explosive cast is going to be used. Haruki flashes away. Katachi going very low. Quick Slice doesn't get it. But there's going to be the Everbrush route onto Chopstick Vic, who's going to go into Zanya's, and he's just going to go down. Quick Slice on a rampage. 2 quick kills. No Sense somehow died on the other side of the fight. Nagi Bulgogi now going to be chased away by the members of Predictive Gaming Fusion, who's just going to throw down the wind wall. Nagi Bulgogi looking for the knockup. Nice dodge by Jaw, and now nice play into Death Sense from Shoot Brand. Quick Slice going very low. Is he going to get shut down? Yes, he will. The Pop Blossom is going to be used. The Zanya's as well. They're going to root up Lil Boat. Haruki goes legendary as they take out the enemy top laner once again. Katachi did make it back to the fountain, but Jaw is just kiting him around. He's got a lot of lifesteal. There's the Immortal Shield Bow giving him even more. He's going to do a lot of damage there. There's the nice smoke screen, but he's just going to dive into the fountain. Never, it doesn't matter. The rest of the team is just going to focus down the Nexus. This is going to be a victory for Predictive Gaming Fusion. No Sense really can't do anything to stop this one. Katachi just goes down to the Crocodile once again for the last bit of it. Chopstick Vic is, they're going to try and dive him. The Chapanya Pin will die, but they will be a victory for Predictive Gaming Fusion.
Yeah, well-earned game from them. They were a much better coordinated team by far. Diamond and Wen just kind of throwing themselves into fights without really coordinating it. Never really saw everyone going in at the same time. Most of them lost lanes anyway, overforcing plays. And they couldn't, whereas Predictive Gaming managed to get their plays off, managed to work together with Shukran always on the roam after his Sivir became self-sufficient. And so all that just managed to get them a gold lead. They kept snowballing it. They managed to pick up all the objectives, whereas Diamond Win not none.
Yeah,
except
so
for one Infernal.
Predictive Gaming Fusion ascending to 2-0 after 2 weeks of GRLCS Season 14. Really nicely done on their part. That unfortunately concludes our stream for today. Tune in tomorrow for more Diamond Cap games, the next 2 of Week 2. We'll see you then, and hope that you will continue to watch GRLCS Season 14. I'm Alex HNA22. With me was Sean General Vici Walter Meyer. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.